"Way to make her feel like she's part of the team, Mom," Chance quipped, rolling his eyes as he and Pollux stepped through the portal side by side. The portal's edges flickered and pulsed, casting prismatic patterns over their faces as they disappeared into the unknown. "Team! Not in this lifetime," Honey quipped, eyes sharp as obsidian. "That creature's trouble. Wait and see. By the time you figure it out, my sympathy will be dust." With a flick of her wrist, she spun a spell, webs of shimmering light wrapping Castor and Mr. Abgel, the magic humming, poised to whisk them away into the next chapter of fate. In a triangle of intent, Honey, Castor, and Mr. Abgel ringed Sevyn, his body sprawled on the blood-flecked floor, skin as pale as candle wax. The hush was broken only by the hum of lights and thunder's distant growl. Honey's eyes blazed, her fingers danced in the air, tracing sigils of light. She began the chant, ancient words rising and falling in a melody that thickened the air, each syllable a chord of power. Castor and Mr. Abgel joined in, their voices weaving a spell that crescendoed into a haunting harmony, enfolding Sevyn in a cocoon of sound, intent, and magic. Electricity crackled, the air vibrating with raw power. Castor and Mr. Abgel shuddered as clarity flooded them, their eyes blazing with the galaxies of cosmic vision. For a breathless instant, they glimpsed beyond the veil, spirits swirling, ancestral echoes weaving, celestial patterns orbiting Sevyn like a constellation of fate. Their trance deepened, voices blended with Honey's, a hypnotic harmony that lifted Sevyn from the floor, levitating in the triangle's heart. Lights flickered, shadows danced, and ghostly apparitions gathered to witness the summoning. A parliament of the dead drawn by magic's gravity. Suddenly the air shimmered, reality splitting like silk. Ruabaki, first of the Garnet warriors, stepped through the breach, towering crimson-armored runes aglow with ancient fire. He stood over Sevyn in his arms, gentle as dusk, fierce and tender all at once. His armor caught every glint of candle and spirit, shattering the darkness with bursts of red and gold. Behind him, spectral figures flickered, Shabaka, and the long line of Garnet warriors, their forms shifting from tribal regalia to modern uniforms, a silent parade of sacrifice and memory. They circled the living and the lost, a ring forged by legacy and the gravity of unbroken oaths. Time thickened, syrup slow, as the summoning blazed at its zenith. The circle of Garnet warriors tightened, their forms sharpening, each a vessel of unity and ancient might. Ruabaki knelt by Sevyn, every movement carved from reverence. With ritual care, he unfastened the garnet medallion and drew the ceremonial dagger, their weight a crown of history. He passed them to Shabaka, sentinel at the edge of the circle, ready for the grim rite ahead. Dread and hope braided the air, the moment poised on the knife edge of fate. Ruabaki lifted the medallion, his voice thundering in a tongue older than dreams. The garnet blazed, cracking the air with a portal of swirling crimson, a vortex pulsing with peril and promise. Its edges spat sparks, throwing rubescent shadows across the stone. One by one, Garnet warriors pressed their hands into Sevyn's corpse, removing an organ with unity that shimmered with magic. Together, they stepped into the portal with Sevyn's body, back to the Garnet realm, where destiny would be hammered and history rewritten. The portal shrank, spiraling into nothing, gone with the crack of a shattering gem. The medallion dropped from the ether, clattering on stone, the silence ringing with the aftershock of magic. Honey's chant broke. She stumbled forward, heart pounding, eyes fixed on the void where Sevyn had vanished. Only the dagger and medallion remained, silent relics, gleaming with the question, was this triumph or the price of power? Mr. Abgel, surprised and proud, picked up the blade and medallion. "You've always been a phenomenal leader, Honey. I never doubted you," he said, sliding the blade into his cane. "Thanks, but flattery gets you nowhere, Jar. Be ready next time. We got lucky, but we need a solid plan. Sevyn is with the Garnet warriors, bound in the medallion. What's next? Someone must guard it until he returns, Honey said, considering their options. Castor drifted to the scorch mark where Alabasandria had burned, the scent of charred magic and regret curling in the air, a bitter memorial to the knight's price. What's the plan? Mr. Abgel asked seriously, though his eyes hinted at playful camaraderie. Should one of us take Castor and search for Cocoa the Drude? Exactly, Honey said. We're in a bind. One of us stays here, one goes after Cocoa. Castor can't be left alone with the ghosts. Let's settle it like when we were kids. Rock, paper, scissors. Mr. Abgel grinned, the old ritual flashing between them, a spark of joy in the night's grim tangle. Let's go, Honey answered, determination glinting. Mr. Abgel had always lost to her at this game, and history repeated itself. 2 rounds, 2 defeats, fate siding with Honey's hand. Best out of 3? He implored, his competitive spirit ignited, unwilling to concede. Fine, Honey laughed, victorious as ever. Fate turned traitor on Mr. Abgel once more, another symbolic defeat, the ritual's magic siding with her mischief. All right, he muttered, looping the medallion around his neck. Guess I'm on guard duty. Castor, mind your aunt. Honey, you two, walk the edge carefully. Duty pressed heavily, but Mr. Abgel wore it with the quiet gravity of a knight, accepting the next watch. What's gotten into you all of a sudden? Honey asked. She looked at her brother, concern growing as she noticed how serious he seemed. Probably because he almost lost Pollux. And now Sevyn. He's just feeling the pressure, that's all, chimed in Castor, ever the optimistic voice amid the brewing storm. So, brother, will you tell the High Council about this? Honey asked, half joking, but also wanting a real answer. Absolutely not. This never happened, Mr. Abgel said, his voice suddenly firm. The High Council will only hear about how we helped the Garnet warrior find his son and solve his wife's death. Everything else stays secret. As he spoke, he sounded more like a leader, leaving no room for doubt. I'm not convinced, brother. Are you really going to risk everything for this? Honey's joking tone faded, and worry crept into her voice. You know the old laws. Our father did something similar, and it didn't end well, she said, her concern clear. That was a different era. Times have changed since you distanced yourself from the Wushang Society, Mr. Abgel shot back, the tension rising between them. I never distanced myself. I chose another route, but I remained true to the society. My missions were shrouded in secrecy. Only the High Council knew of my true activities, Honey insisted, her eyes blazing with defiance. Her unwavering stance was a testament to her strength. So all that time you were gone, you were on secret missions. Are you trying to get a seat on the council? Mr. Abgel asked, surprised. We both know that will never happen. I'm a woman, remember. Anyway, we need to go. Castor, you're coming with me. Try to keep up, Honey said, her sarcasm hiding her urgency. Believe me, I get it, Castor replied, trying to sound confident, though he looked a bit nervous. But where are we going? We're going to find Cocoa, Honey said, her voice strong. How are we supposed to do that? Castor asked, feeling a wave of worry. I have a contact in Las Vegas who knows some powerful people. He'll help us as we go into the city's underworld, she said, determined. We'll run into danger, interesting people, and secrets that could change everything. A contact? He's not your new boyfriend, is he? Castor asked, raising an eyebrow. Don't be ridiculous, Honey laughed, though her eyes hinted at something else. T.A. was my late husband's partner. Now he works as a volunteer bouncer at nightclubs. Trust me, that job is more interesting than it sounds. Like what? Castor asked, now curious. Oh, lots of things. Free drinks, backstage passes, interesting people. Vegas never sleeps. Demons gather there, and T.A. knows a lot of people. If I need information quickly, T.A. always comes through, Honey said. T.A. is part of the Wushang Society too? Castor asked his aunt. Yes. T.A. is the chapter leader's son. People think he'll take over the nightclub when his father retires, Honey said, her voice hinting at the mystery around T.A.'s future. I can't wait to meet him. I wonder if he's like my dad, Castor said, sounding curious. No one is like your father. Ja has a fascinating mind, Honey replied, her voice full of admiration. With adrenaline pumping, Honey and Castor moved forward. Cocoa the Drude had no idea what was about to happen. After stepping through the swirling portal Honey created, Pollux and Chance found themselves in a section of New Orleans where nature's rules no longer applied. The air felt thick and heavy, carrying the smells of sulfur, rot, and something sharp. Every breath tasted of decay. Above them, the sky twisted with dark clouds and silent lightning flickering inside. Their mission was clear: rescue Sebastian and prevent a disaster that could destroy both the demon realm and their own world. As they took in the hostile scene, old betrayals and fading hope weighed on them. Every step was a risk, and the fate of the realm and their souls was uncertain. Pollux, always the careful one, stood still for a moment, shocked by the nightmare before him. He was used to relying on planning and a sharp eye, but the warehouse ahead was nothing as he expected.